4 years ago, we bought a piece of land on the south coast of New South Wales with no road, no power, no water, nothing. Even though we're over halfway through and 3.5 million over budget, we still don't know if we're going to make it to the end. The secondary dwelling, our home, is nearing completion and the luxury retreat is taking its final form. But there's still a lot left to do. This is the story of what's happened in the last 30 days at Agape. It has been an epic month or so of work. You can see here we finally got the earthwork guys back, first choice, to come and fix the batters. So we need to do some sandstone blocks here to build up this level because there's quite a big drop here. And one of the best ways to do this is with like sandstone retaining blocks. We'll build up and create like a staggered garden coming down here because the drop is quite intense. And then using the rest to create a soft batter that you can, or soft hill or slope that you can actually then work through. You can see here Tyrone and I just working through the fire pit area and then just seeing how the new concrete is going to be tied into the existing foundation over here, and the house just looking like an absolute monster. The back path here, so this is a little path that goes to the services area in the primary dwelling over here, and we're just discussing how to fit the services in, so like batteries, underfloor heating, all those kind of things, and then just checking out all the earthworks that needs to be done. The bulk landscaping, there is a lot of work here, which is very expensive, but the nice thing is you can use earthworks to do it for as cheap as possible. Just chatting with Dan from First Choice and Tyrone about like how we can seed this area with grass and like figure out to make it as easy to maintain as possible because there's so much here. We really want the cows to be doing the work and not having to use a lawnmower to do it. The secondary dwelling's looking really cool here. So you can see we've got the scaff up still. I'm just trying to get inside the house. Today is the big day. We finally got joinery going, and this is a massive step usually because everything starts to look like an actual home now. We've got the cabinetry going in, which we've opted for Nav Urban Turak, and it's the diamond finish. So it's a hard wearing finish. It's a veneer. And the reason why you opt for a veneer over something like a timber, it just lasts a lot longer. And you also get a lot more variety and it's more stable. So and it's also actually a lot cheaper because working with timber is very expensive, especially if you did a proper timber veneer. So this is all coming together real nice. It's so exciting to see it actually come in here. And after looking at concrete and the installation and stuff, this is really the finishing product now. We're getting the cabinetry in, and then from there you get your concrete tops or your Caesar stone or whatever you've opted for. So once this is done, you're very close to the finish line. Then we're just getting fit off with the lights and all those kind of things. So this is a very exciting step, and the guys have said that by the end of the day, most of the cabinetry is hung. So it's a very quick process in and out, and the whole place changes overnight. It's crazy how different it looks in real life, like compared to samples. When you're looking at finishes for your cabinetry, especially in your kitchens and stuff where you're going to use large pieces, ask for large samples because the samples you usually get are very small and you're only getting a little small cutout. So like for instance, you could get a tiny little cut up here and it's very light. But if you look at the piece as a whole, there's a lot of variation in it. So you need to ask for large pieces. And so that when we're working with the guys from PKJ, we were fortunate enough to get big pieces so we could actually see what it looks like. And that helped us make our choices here. So very excited to see all this coming together, and it feels so good. And it is a veneer, so it isn't as expensive as the timber equivalents, but it looks pretty good and it lasts really long. All right, so here we are looking at the laundry as well. Crazy pave on the floor, looking amazing, mental. Checking it all out. This is really cool. And the painter, painting the bucket, getting it all done. So we're getting the painting done right now in the secondary dwelling as we approach the finish line. We've chosen to do a French wash in the building. It adds a real nice calming feeling, but it is quite expensive to do. It is a bit cheaper than lime washing, which was our original plan. Now, the cool thing about this is the base coat, which is Porter's washed linen. You can go and through the whole house, do this color, and then you can come and do the French wash later as budget allows, as you start generating revenue, as you save money. By itself, a really nice color already, quite nice and warm. You need to find the base color when you're building up to your French wash end product. So work with the painter, find that. Later on, you can do it in stage. So we're doing the same thing in the primary dwelling where we're doing all the base coats. It saves a lot of money. And then in specific areas where you want them to be features, you go and do the French wash. Ideally, go through and do every single room. All right, so the pool. This is something that we haven't had before. Very excited to actually have a pool of our own that we can use. And the boys getting the glass balustrades in. So we ended up opting for like a stainless steel holder rather than, we were looking at black originally, but it's just going to be too much because they actually have to have quite a few. I think it's 3, you need 3 per sheet, and it just becomes quite overwhelming. So we opted for this like brushed metal look, which looks really nice once it's all installed. And yeah, just getting all that glass in. And we opted for glass rather than anything else, just so we can see through it. You can see the view and you can see the pool. Looking great. There's a little sneak peek of the actual pergola over there as well, operable, so that it can let light in. And here we go. The glass, the pergola all in, all starting to look really, really nice. And that just makes that whole area very usable because it's protected in the rain. You can see it in here. So those louvers open up and there's little lights and stuff in there. And it looks really nice at nighttime as well. They're those stainless steel. All right, yeah, the house is looking so nice. You can see the batters and the earthworks just starting to really nicely shape in even the planter box there getting full. And all the stone getting ready for the stonemason. And this is the big garage of ours with the new doors. Man, I've seen them in real life and they look so good. The skylight's allowing a lot of light in there from the south as well. So when the scaffolding dropped, it was such a big day, but you can still see it here. And you can see how we've used that cement sheet at the ceiling there. This is cost savings for us. And then Tyrone and I just discussing kind of the falls and the road, what it will look like. And the boys working with super precision here to get these charred cladding boards all cut and ready to go. So this is the one thing with charred cladding and stuff. It is just a way more time consuming process, right? You got to do this kind of work plank by plank to get them perfect. Whereas if you're using like a cement sheet, you can just knock these things out real fast. And it is a cost, but the look is insane once it's all done. For the house, we opted for skirting. It's a lot cheaper than, integrated skirting and stuff like that. And you can't really notice it. It's just a place you can save a lot of money. And here we are getting ready for the screeds. I think this is the waterproof layer or possibly even the screeding. I can't actually tell here, but ready for the crazy pave throughout this area. And you can see a bit of the stone cladding through there as well. Just discussing our options here for this carport, like how we can enter it and then what it looks like. Ryan just having a bad day. None of the pressure washers were working. So he's just having a terrible day. Trying to wash down the stone so we can actually see what it looks like. So you can see at the bottom we have like a 20 mil gap. At the top we have about a 10. So we opted for the 10. Just looks much tidier, much neater. And then, yeah, working through that to kind of as a sample. Another view looking towards the ocean there. Just looking awesome. Here's the gyprock in the garage. So the sheeting that goes on, just the boys just pumping through it. These guys, if you've ever seen them work in real life, it's actually insane. This works so fast. And here they're just busy setting and fixing all the gaps. So that's all good to go, get ready to be sanded and painted. But a massive garage, like way bigger than what you need. But that's also cool. You can use it for a space, it can be used for anything. And you can see all the insulation required in this build, quite a lot. Here they are, the machines carrying their gyprock down the hallway, smashing through. This hallway is really, really long in real life. It's one of those things, like one of the longest hallways I've ever seen. Feels like you're in just a crazy place. And here they are, the F1 team going nuts. Their guns. They smash out this stuff like it's no tomorrow. And just always happy doing the job, just smashing it out. So again, I talk about this quite often. You can see why this project costs so much money, right? There's just a lot of volume of material. It's one of those things. There's just so much material that goes into this place because you got that space, right? But it's going to feel good because guests and stuff will be able to a lot of room. You won't feel on top of each other. You'll actually be able to unwind. Me just taking photos of Tyrone. You got to get that content. He loves it. You can tell. He usually tries to hide away from me, but some days I manage to catch him. And we're walking into the West Master Suite. So we've opted for a different crazy pave floor here. And they're very cool. And here we're getting the screed done. These guys just working super hard. But this view is towards the trees there. And Tyrone with his tiles set out, just loves it. And the crazy pave going in. So this is on the east side, so it's got the lighter scala. On the other side, we have the darker. So we've opted for like a slightly darker room with a lighter room, just to create a little bit of interest and something different for the photos and stuff like that. So this is the curved wall. This will be painted there. And then the east bedroom looks out towards the ocean, and then the underfloor heating going in to make sure that the floor dries nicely. And then you've got that beautiful view out the window there. And here I am just standing on the tiles, checking them before they actually go and grout them, just to make sure they're all cut and looking good. And there's the reveal. So this is the darker tile. It looks very light in this with the sun on it, but it is a much darker tile. Actually a really nice texture as well. And that's where we're gonna have a bath out here looking out toward those fig trees. Just a beautiful view. It's very hard to choose your favorite because they're both awesome in their own way, but all of them have ocean views, but this one has the view of the tree. And these are 2 trees and they're amazing. Here we are just choosing the grout color for this stone to make sure that it blends nicely. We like to kind of blend them in, not have too much contrast between the two. So going through the different colors. There's just so many micro decisions in a project like this size. There's constant decisions. Oh, what do you want to do here? What do you want to do? What color? And then just getting a look at what the tiles look like compared to the actual crazy paved stone. Here you can see the powder room. So we've got the toilet and then all the crazy paved floor in the powder room, which looks so cool. And then the different tiles to just complement. And here's in the bathroom. So we had these like really dark tiles, which just didn't look that good. So we ripped those out for some reason. Don't know why. They must have had some sort of moisture or something, but they got them changed out. You can see how much they stand out though. Not ideal. So that's why it's important to check the stuff out before they go and fully grout and everything. But look at the detail. Like, I'm just like so impressed, like how they cross the tile across expansion joints or through drains or where their fall changes, and they just look so good. They do such an awesome job. Here's one of the smaller bedroom en-suites. So basically mimicking from the secondary dwelling. So this is what we did. We used the secondary dwelling as a template to create the primary, and that's it. So stay tuned, like and subscribe to the video. Drop us a comment. What do you reckon? Stay tuned because this build is flying along and the next episode's even better.